Video for class 11th, and the topic which we are dealing today is the rolling motion, and the chapter which it deals is rotational motion chapter. In this video we will study in detail with the kinetic energy of the particles which are moving in a rolling motion. So before directly jumping to the topic, let us talk about what is a rolling motion all about, and the particles which are doing a rolling motion, how they moves along with the object. So first of all, if I will talk about rolling motion, so rolling motion is just an example for a planar motion, means which is a combination of a object which is doing translational motion as well as at a time it is doing a pure rotational as well. So we all know that there are three types of motion of a particle. One is pure rotational, which you can see here that I have drawn a diagram which is related to the pure rotational, and second is pure translational motion, when the body moves in a straight line or linear way, and when we combine both the types of motion, they gives us the result which is related to the rolling motion. So let us talk about this motion of our body which is moving with an angular velocity omega. The three particles we have taken on the object, this point is as the extreme top, and this point is the extreme below, and this is the point which is present on the center of mass. So if I will consider about the rotational motion of the particle or rotational motion of the object, the rotation is always along the axis on which about the body is rotating. So if we will see, the particles which are present at the extreme ends are actually moving with the velocity of the center of mass, and this point O point resembles the point which is present at the center of mass. So here you can see on the top I have written V is equals to VCM, whereas in the below you can see I have written V is equals to minus VCM. What does this VCM and minus VCM resembles? This VCM is the velocity of the center of mass of the particle, which is if we will see in the rotatory way, this is the tangential velocity. Means we know that velocity vector is always the tangential part, means the velocity vector always gives you the tangential direction. But you can see there is a negative sign which I have inserted in the below part. Why this negative sign is there? Because this negative sign discuss or gives you the direction of the velocity vector at the two ends. So this is in the positive direction and this is in the opposite direction, means the two particles are moving like opposite in the opposite direction, and actually they are in pure rotation. If I will talk about this part of the motion, so this is the example of the pure translational motion. What is pure translational? Means if I will take the three particles which are present on the body, so every particle you can see, if the object will gonna do a pure translational motion. What we know about pure translational, that if the particle are moving in a straight path, the internal particles, if the body is moving from one place to another place, and if the particles of the object are moving or are making a straight line path or a straight line structure if they are showing, so this type of movement is called as pure translational. And if you can see here, I have drawn the three arrows and all the three parts are moving with VCM, that is the center of mass velocity, in a straight line. So this depicts you the pure translational motion diagram. If you will combine both the diagrams together, so what we will see in a pure rotational way. So here we can see that the top point, if I will consider the motion of the the point which was present, so if I will combine both the velocities, so it will give us VCM plus VCM, that is 2 VCM. But if I will compare the bottom particle which was present at the bottom of this object, so this is minus VCM and this is a positive VCM. So here the point which was present at the below side, so how much that point has traveled? That point has traveled with a zero velocity, means it has not traveled with any velocity. And means if I will combine what we have written, or if I will explain what just had happened. So in a pure rotational motion, in the A part which we have seen, the VCM can be written as R omega. We all know that what is the relation between the angular velocity and the linear velocity, that the linear velocity is equals to R omega times of. So means here the velocity with which the particle is moving can be written as VCM is equals to R omega. And if we talk about the pure rotational, then pure rotational is also can also be written as VCM, because every point on the outer edge of the wheel is moving with a because every point, whatsoever the point you will choose in translational motion, that point travels with a center of mass velocity, and that can be written as r omega. When we will combine both the things, so what we have seen, the B point, the total velocity with which the point B was actually moving was coming 0, means we can say that in a pure rotational motion, the B would be a point which is stationary, and A would be a point which is moving at a speed of 2 VCM. So if I will combine, or if I will keep this concept in my mind, or if I will start the discussion over the kinetic energy, so this kinetic energy can also be written as, here you can see, the total kinetic energy of the system can be written as kinetic energy of the translational motion plus kinetic energy of the rotational motion. So here that can be written as Ke is equals to Kt plus Kr. So here Kt is equal Kt means what? Kinetic energy of the system or of the body when it was moving in a translatory motion, and that can be written as half mvcm square. Why we have taken half mv square formula? Because half mv square formula gives you the body which is moving with a certain kinetic energy but in a linear way, and translational motion is a linear motion. So here we can without any discussion we can keep the formula, that is half mv square. In place of v, we have written vcm because every particle is moving with the center of mass velocity. So in place of v I can put vcm. And why I have written for kinetic energy in a rotational motion, that is half I omega square, because we all know that when we talk about the rotational motion, the omega plays the role of the v, and a moment of inertia plays the role of the mass. So in place of half mv square I can put half I omega square. Now what I will do, I will keep both the formulas in the first equation and then I will simplify the equation more. Now what we have done, we will put the value of the Kt and Kr in the equation 1, and we will get the kinetic energy is equals to half mv square and half I omega square. So we know that from vcm is equals to r omega, I can put the value of omega in terms of velocity and r, and I know that in place of inertia I can put mk square, where k is the radius of gyration. We all know that when what is radius of gyration? When we talk about radius of gyration, when we consider that the mass of whole system is present at a one point and the moment of inertia is distributed equally, means the mass is distributed equally in all over the object, and means the moment of inertia is same everywhere on the object. At that time we always take the radius of gyration into the consideration. So in place of I we can put mk square. So after putting all the values in the equation, what is the final simplification we are getting? Half mvcm square is as it is, and in place of I we have put mk square, and in place of omega we are putting vcm upon r square. So ultimately after solving we are getting the kinetic energy of the full system which is moving in a rolling way. So this is the general equation of the body which is moving in a rolling motion, where vcm is the velocity of the center of mass of the particle, k is the radius of gyration, and r is the radius vector or the radius along which the object, or distance from the axis of rotation along which the object is moving. So this is all about the kinetic energy or kinetic energy equation of any body which is moving in a rolling path or rolling motion. So in the next very videos we will study about other detailed topics of the physics class 11th.